Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. Hope everyone's well out there and I hope you're all enjoying this absolutely freezing weather. Yeah, it's lasted now for what? 3-4 days, and I think it's on till about Monday, Tuesday when we have the rains coming and the milder weather coming in. This is the forecast. They haven't got it wrong for a little bit of time now, so let's hope next week's games are going to be a lot warmer and more presentable to the kids. It was cold today. I've seen worse. Been involved with grassroots football for many years, and I know there's a debate going on regarding the games being played today, whether it be your league or whether it's someone else's league, on 3G pitches. As I say, I've seen worse. The team that we were playing, one or two of them couldn't stand the cold. We know that. Kids, they're 6 years of age, 7 years of age, and others, it didn't bother them. And I wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't cold. If that wind would have been biting, and if the rains had come down, that would have been it. You know, we would have said, whoa. But we asked the kids, we made sure that all the kids were okay to play the game, whether they were happy with it, and yes was the answer. And not one of them actually complained to me about the cold. Yeah, you can say, okay, because you won. And I don't think that makes a difference, to be honest, because even if you're cold, it doesn't matter whether you're winning or you're losing. At the end of the day, you just want to get off that pitch, you want to get home, you want to get warm, you want to get a hot drink down it, regardless whether you're a child or whether you're an adult. We all know, but we were standing around it, and it was okay. Whether it got a little bit cold a little bit later on, I'm not too sure, but the sun was trying to come out. But rest assured, the weather, according to the weather people, is going to be a lot milder next week. And according to Julie off the North Liverpool JFL, she said, bring your suntan lotion. It's going to be in double figures. Everyone's going to be amazed at the warm weather next week. Shorts. Well, shall we? Anyway, let's just see what happens next week. Today's over, and I hope it was okay for you. We know one or two teams didn't turn up, whether that was regarding whether they felt it was too cold for them or whether it was too cold for the kids. I'm not too sure, but it's a debate, and I'm sure you can have your say on that one. 6-7 year old kids, as I say, mine were okay, but you know, we get the kids and we taught them. Even when we've got the roll on, roll off, we were lucky enough to only have one sub today, and the one sub, as soon as they come off, we were making sure they kept warm. They were making sure that they had to put a coat on, and the majority of them were saying no, they're too warm, because kids are running around in it, which we tend to forget as well. Because I've been a kid once, and I know when it was like that. We were running everywhere, we were playing football, and we were literally sweating. You were like, dear me, if I put, you know, I could do with a football kit on now. The kids had them on, and we were making sure that the goalkeeper had a coat on, was very warm, kept on the toes, doing star jumps in goals. We were just making sure that every child was okay, warm enough, and the answer was yes, they're okay. And I assure you, if those children would have turned around and said no, they're freezing, the kids would have been off and had been in their arms of the mum. But they weren't bothered. They would just want to throw and make snowballs out of the ice on the top of the pitches, to be honest. So every one of them, I did message in the group the night before, basically telling them to put extra skins on, extra clothing underneath the football kits, wear rubber gloves, woolly gloves, and they all did. They all heeded the warning about the rubber gloves. Well, hey, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Games went on. Maybe, I'm not too sure. It's the all weather. It's called all weather, and obviously it's called all weather pitches for a reason, isn't it? So we just got on with it. But obviously there'll be a debate, no doubt, over this week here. Whether it's going to be the same tomorrow, we'll have to wait and see. But according to the forecast, yes, it could be. We know the grass pitches are called off. They're called off for a reason, because underneath the top frost, the pitches are rock hard, you know, so you couldn't get your studs in there. Maybe around about 12 o'clock, those kick-offs would be okay. The pitches would get a little bit softer if the weather warms up, and that's how grass works as well, and then it become very muddy indeed. So regardless, I hope that you all enjoyed the weather and you're all enjoying doing your Christmas shopping, because it is still mad out there. People are just running around everywhere, running riot shopping. Obviously it's because of the 2nd of December now. It was the first, it was like everyone only had a minute to live, because they were just diving in shops, picking up stuff. I do this every year. I just shop. I don't panic. I just shop, and what's left is left, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. I don't put myself out, and I always leave it till everyone says to me, I mean, how can you leave it so late? But I've done it every year, and it's worked every year. Everyone's happy, because I feel that if you do it earlier, different things come out, and you think, why have I bought that when you want something else? So you just wait till the last minute. They're all happy with what's left anyway in the shops. If they sell out, they sell out, and you'll always hear the results after Christmas. Everyone will be spending up, and the shops will start moaning, saying they haven't taken enough, it's been a poor Christmas, and yet you can't get a space in a parking place in the supermarkets. If you just want to go out for a bit and not do your shopping, people, as I say, are panic buying. Basically, it's December panic buy, isn't it? But you've got up till Christmas Eve, which is the 24th of December, and if you miss someone out, you can always say, look, do you mind just after Christmas? If you don't mind, I haven't got enough money, or I think there'll be more in the shops then for you, so you'll have a choice of something else. You've got your vouchers, I've given you vouchers, or I've done whatever it is, you know. But this is Christmas, and I suppose we get this every year, and this is why we got the cold weather as well. Is it going to snow on Christmas? According to Oliver, our young commentator last night, no, he's looked at the pre-weather forecast, and he's looked at Christmas Day, and there's no chance of snow here on Merseyside. Well, let's see what happens, because it could change, but not according to Oliver. Anyway, Premier League back on. What's going to happen? We'll know about Everton Forest. We've done a recorded show before the game, because I'd like to sit and watch that game, but my honest opinion, I'm going for a 2-1 win to Everton today. I think I said 2-1. Did I say 2-1 last night? Or 2-0? No, Liverpool was 2-0. I think Everton was 2-1. So, yeah, let's see what happens on that one. And, well, let's just hope. Well, they've got undersoil heating, haven't they? Undersoil heating, they're lucky. We haven't got that at the Jeffrey Humble or any of these hubs. But they're playable. It was just a light frost on the top. Pitches weren't slidey, slippy, whatever it was. They were all handled it well, the kids. And they were all enjoying it, and they're all running for the same ball as per normal. So you get used to that, don't you, when you run the kids' football team. But we got a win under our belts, and well done to Davenhill Destroyers, who, as we say, give us a game anyway. Well done to the kids there, smashing. Everyone enjoyed themselves, everyone got on with it. And as I say, unfortunately, some of the kids from the opposition team were a little bit cold, and the manager didn't want it to go on anymore. So there you go, into 8 minutes of the show. We've got plenty to talk about, and as I say, we're hoping if you want to join the debate about whether kids should be playing, whether kids should be waiting for the later date in leagues, if they can do it in the council, you know, summer leagues. But then again, we've got all the kids away on holidays. It's just a nightmare. Even when you do a tournament, that's all you get. You know, I know plenty of people who put these tournaments on, and I know plenty of people who are screaming for tournaments to get their teeth into. Anyway, we're looking for tournaments. We're looking for everything to go ahead the next season, and I'm sure we'll get inundated with our tournaments as well. But hey ho, in the meantime, you've got plenty of grassroots football to be played. I think the food bank on the North Liverpool JFL is on next Saturday. So to all the teams who play in the North Liverpool JFL, weather permitting once again, but according to Julie, put your shorts on, it'll be no problem next week. And bring a few tins of food. I put that into our group as well to help people get through Christmas. So any items you can afford, please bring it along next week with the girls there on the committee. And when the food bank comes, fans supporting food banks, they'll be there to pick it up and distribute it around their food banks across the city. So what more could we ask for? Bring along your food for next week at the North Liverpool JFL. I'm sure there'll be plenty of leagues doing that themselves here, and they'll all be asking for the food banks to help. It's only a little bit of, you know, food, and we've all been out shopping. So yeah, a couple of tins and put them in a little basket for people to be eating them and collecting them. So next week, if you've got any spare food, they'll be putting it, as I say, to our team as well, and I'm sure they'll bring it along before they play their game. St George's we play next week. I think it's Dragons, Burnley. Great setup. Love playing them. We'll get on well, and we'll just enjoy the game. It's going to be a little bit tougher than what it was today, no doubt, but that's what the kids are going to learn to do. Play the game, develop in all weathers. And I'm sure the kids will, whether schools playing football or the playground, I'm not too sure, but coming home today as well, here's one for you, and this will join the debate. We were talking about kids playing in the football. Is it too cold for them? Now, I went past one of the streets there, and there was 3 kids in the street playing football. It was probably the same age as ours, 7 years of age, kicking around the football, and no parents in sight to be seen, and they were just running in the street. And boy, is that slippier there than it was on 3G at Jeffrey Humble. So it's kids. That's kids for you. They'll play anywhere, they'll climb anywhere, they'll do anything. But as we say, we're all in it, not to win it, but to develop the kids in football. And this is what they've got to do, and they become adults. They've got to get used to the weather. They've got nice big coats, they've got nice big gloves and everything, nice warm gloves, so they can wrap up well. They've got skins, yeah, so they can keep warm. And that's what our kids were sweating. Some of them were sweating coming off the pitch today. So join the debate, maladonetextline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. Now then, what more can we talk about? If you're out and about tomorrow, if the games are on, I should imagine they will be, because I can't see it getting any colder than it has been for the last 2 days. I think it'll start becoming like, people are saying it was -5 today. I think it touched -3. Radio said it was -5 through the night. I don't think, even at home, I don't think it was as cold as what they made out. Yeah, the car was iced up, sat there for 5 minutes, defrosted it, put the heating on, and it defrosted nice. And the roads weren't as bad. There was just a thin layer of ice on the roads, well, I should say. It wasn't ice really, it was just frost. But that disappeared very, very quickly indeed. So there you go, we've debated about grassroots football today, and what was your game like? Do you agree? Do you think football should be played? What certain age groups, do we have a certain temperature that we should adhere to? I know there will all be arguments, there will all be debates, and I'm sure it'll be 50-50 if you have a vote on thing as well. Committee done no wrong, they just went with the flow. I walked the pitch when I got there first thing this morning, walked across, and it was, as I say, it was just a thin layer of frost over the pitch. It wasn't slippy at all, it wasn't hard, it was just, yeah, just playable. Well, very playable, to be honest, and the ball wouldn't have made a difference on there anyway. It was bouncing exactly the same. The referees were cold, yeah, it was chilly. But again, you can leave it to the referee. The referee thinks it shouldn't be played, then it shouldn't be played. So, during the debate, should kids football be played on temperatures under or minus, or should we have a set -1, -2, -3, then the games aren't playable? How long is it going to be -1, 2 and 3, 4? Do we, if it changes rapidly, do we have games on at later kickoffs? And I don't know. You know, it puts the leagues behind, it puts everyone behind, teams behind, and the kids behind, because they've got a big break soon, and they're all in tournaments over Christmas anyway. So why do we have full Christmas tournaments? Everyone knows what the weather's going to be like. Okay, if you're out and about tomorrow, please ensure that you are, as today, well behaved on the field of play and also off the field of play. Managers, coaches, talk to your kids, make sure that they don't abuse the referee, and then you can talk to your parents. We've got any irate parents who like to do that, or abusive parents, then we just warn them, please stay away from the game and let the game flow. It's what it's all about. Football, enjoyable football, and if you're out and about tomorrow, loads of respect on and off the field of play. Now then, what are we all up to? The Christmas decorations up, I've got to get mine out of the loft, I've got to start doing them, but I'm still painting at the moment. Anyone painting, dear me, I've done outside the house now, I'm inside the house, and it makes you wonder, why are we doing this? Why on earth are we doing this? Because the decorations will go up and they look brighter, or you cover all the paintwork with decorations. Come on, how many of you lads out there are doing DIY? How many of you lasses are doing DIY as well? You can't wait to put the Christmas tree up. I've got to get in the loft there, and we have loads and loads of decorations, and you've got to wait and see what colour we're going this year. Is it gold? Is it silver? Is it red? Oh, there's that many colours now. People just pick and choose, and I must admit, when I've been driving around, I've never seen so many early decorations up in all my life. Start of November, people were putting them up, and it really does, you know, do we waste Christmas? Are the kids getting fed up with it because the light's been up that long, and you get fed up with it a lot earlier and take them down? As soon as Christmas Day is over, the decorations come down because you've had them up for a month or so already. And I know many people who do that and can't stand them after a while. They're fed up with them. So yeah, put them up a little bit later. We are, I don't know what date, to get these up, but yeah, they're up there. They're going to get, yeah, how many are you in the loft? I honestly, I get in that loft, I'm crawling around, and I'm wondering what sort of decorations that we're putting up. I really are. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Anyway, here's me bar humbug moan. I'm still shopping, as I say. I'll be shopping right up till no doubt Christmas Eve, because that's the way I am. And then it's all the food in it. 200 turkeys, 200 pieces of lamb, 20 loaves, you know. Yeah, will we all get through them? No. How much wastage do we all have at the end of Christmas and after Christmas? But a big thing is, by the way, we're talking cold weather, we're talking Christmas, and we were talking on Young Commentators last night with Oliver about it. If you've got elderly people living around about in your street, or you know of any, just make a phone call, check up on them, drive around to them, knock on the door, see if they've got the heating on, see if they're warm enough, see if everything's going okay and they're comfortable in their own home. That's what we need to do as well. And we've got plenty of homeless on the streets as well. Make sure that those people are looked after as well, please. It's that time of year that we all start saying, you know, Christmas is forgiven. Well, some homeless out there as well, and especially our veterans, you know, war veterans who are homeless, haven't got a house, you know, they've been working all their lives. There's people losing their houses, ending up on the streets. We need to support them in any way we can. We're a community. Let's bring the communities together. Let's start bringing the people together, and let's start looking after our own, please. We need to. We really need to make sure that they're having a happy Christmas as well. We know about all these appeals, there's that many going on, child's, you know, cash for kids, all the children as well. We just need to look after them. And as we say, we've just been talking about the food bank there, so if you've got any spare food, bring it along to North Liverpool JFL next week. It'll go down very well indeed, not just from the committees, but from everyone involved in the league as well. We can all help. The kids will bring them in, they enjoy doing that as well, and see what's spare. There's a list we put out, I think North Liverpool JFL have put out to all the league teams, so they're all aware of it for next week. So bring along as much as you possibly can next week. Let's help as many people through this cold weather, cold snap, as many as we can. Let's work together, and let's just bring some food in for next week, so the people in charge, food banks, Fans for Food and supporting food banks, can distribute all this food elsewhere. People who are really deserving of it. We have a food bank here downstairs in the office, and it's nice to see them. The people queuing up, it's not nice to see, who need the food, but they do look after them and they do work very hard indeed. No doubt one of this food bank will be one of the ones that benefit for some of the food that you are bringing up next week at the North Liverpool JFL. So there you go, we've come to the end of another show. It's Saturday, we're back again tomorrow, but don't forget, please behave on and off the field of play. Clap your hands, keep warm, encourage, and make sure that the referees are enjoying their game on your game, please. Let's all go home happy. It's nearly Christmas. Let's make sure we bring everyone together. Respect on and off the field of play. Okay, in the meantime, thank you very much for tuning in on DXTL TV from the touchlines. Glad the show worked last night, and also to our listeners on SoundCloud. We'll be back again tomorrow evening, so for myself, Mal Lane, all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect programme, and our Heart of Gold initiatives. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night, God bless.